fact that, you're trying to like create a one-stop shop for anything events, right? So I would call it a one-stop shop for anything events, which is you're bringing the users that's who would want to attend an event, match them with who is actually organizing an event, and match the events with who actually is a vendor who could actually provide a service for the event manager, right? Makes sense. But I think you have a lot of work to do. You have like 3 different guys. You have the event planners, you have the vendors, you also have the users. So it's not just like like Uber driver and Uber rider and Uber in the middle. You're like in the middle of like 3 triangles, right? And you need to understand how to pull each person into the picture. So I would ask you, if I give you 1 million naira today, where would you start from? And how would what you'll be doing translate into revenue in the short term?
All right.
Yeah, how do you make money?
All right. Thank you very much for your suggestions. Thank you very much for your contribution. We'll take that into consideration and use it in the future. So, to answer your question, you say that if you give me 1 million naira, how would it translate in the short term? Where do we start from? The first step with building a product like this is to onboard the venues. So once we have onboarded all the venues, then we can onboard, we're going to onboard the venues and the vendors simultaneously. Because those 2 things are the heart of the platform. Because the organizers are coming to us for simplicity. So if we have the venues and we have our vendors, all our vendors verified, then the organizers can come with trust to us, knowing fully well that, when I come and I find the vendor here, it's simple. The venues here always show whether they are booked or not. And these are all things that just increases the ease and convenience. So the first step that we're going to do is to try and use the money to onboard as much, to create awareness and onboard as much venues and vendors as possible.
To be honest, guy, you can't do that with 1 million naira. I'll be honest, right? You can't. Yeah, it's a very good way to start it, which is the venue and the vendors. I think you can start with being a marketplace for events, right? Eventbrite is also doing similar thing, right? So you want to first look at what is different about what you're doing that could be your starting point, which is, can I be an all-play store for events? So I'm looking out for whatever event is in Abuja. So I start with Abuja, for example, and say anything Abuja, I should be the go-to platform for events in Abuja, right? So you start with a very small nucleus you can work with and build like a brand out of it, and you can scale. It has a very global appeal, I can tell you. But so you don't get exhausted with too many offerings, start with something you can actually handle within where you are, and start from there with how much you can get. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, please put your hands together for Mr. Tajo. That was very insightful. Don't start with multiple things. Start with one. Okay. Thank you very much. And then we have a question from Akin, and then we also have a question from Mr. Dana.
First, you have a fantastic idea. Let's clear that out. I think maybe because of many questions, you are beginning to question your idea too. You have a great idea. Let's make that very clear. The only thing we're saying is that you need to, before I even talk about what TJ talked about clearly, what about the identification of these people? So you want to build a platform, not just an app. And you have like 3 different levels of actors that you need to talk to. How do you identify the people? Today, that sector is not very regulated. Are you going to be walking on the road and looking for them? Why I'm saying that is that might also show you something that you need to do now. Even if all you do now is registration of vendors. So let me have a whole glossary or whatever they call it of all, or a database of all the vendors that do puff puff or small chops in Nigeria or akara. And you find that particular thing and you find a whole list of vendors. You have actually done a whole lot. So like Taju is saying, let's not be too quick to talk about the platform. Start with don't take your mind off the platform, definitely. That's where the main benefit is. But start with something you can achieve. Identification of vendors is important. identification of events is also important. Identify these people first, start with them, and then you can move on to other things. But you have a fantastic idea.
Thank you very much.
Please put your hands together for Mr. Akin.
Yes, thank you for giving me this mic. So thank you very much, everybody that has presented. I see myself in you many years before now. And so just so that you know that you are not out of place, like Akin said, you are actually taking a very bold step. And in many years from now, if you are consistent, right, you will be very proud that you did this. So whether or not you win the money, you are a winner, right? So again, but I just wanted to tell you, Tajuddin is talking out of experience. You know, most of us, when we want to start out, we look at the product, we fall in love with the product, and you're like, if I can do this, I can take it a notch higher, I can provide this, I can provide that. When you look at it from a single eye, and you start the work, it will exhaust you. And you will not even have the energy to provide for the last mile. Let it be that you have provided one thing that sustains the startup, right, and starts paying you. Then you can now layer other services on it. And if it includes bringing other vendors, just like Akin and TJ has said. And then one thing for me that I think is a problem, that I think you can easily jump on, is the event matter, really. There are so many people who want to host events in Abuja, and we don't even know the halls, the entire halls in this Abuja. We don't know. I never knew this place until I came here, right? Everybody is always going to the one in Transcorp, that one. But there are so many things. So we need to see the capacity of those places, how many seaters, if the AC is good, and the pricing. Trust me, that will break, you become a broker, and that will bring competition and change the dynamics. It can happen in Abuja, it can happen in Lagos, and you can scale massively across Africa, only because you have exposed that event marketplace alone beyond the vendors. Because for the vendors' own, you will have to fight with the organizers right now, the event planners. They would see you as competition right now. You don't have that energy. So you need to use something to express yourself into the market that people know you for. Then on the back of that, you can now begin to disrupt those ecosystems. That's my advice. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma.
Yeah.
All right, please put your hands together for Mrs. Dana. That was very good. I mean, everything they said is don't start with multiple things at the same time. Find one thing to start with, focus all your energy there, and then you can scale from there. Please put your hands together for EventMate. Put your hands together for them. Thank you, you can go. Thank you very much. So we're going to give judges some time to, you have a question? We're going to give judges some time to collate all the answers, and then we would go for a break. But before then, just wanted to announce again, it is going to be winner takes all. We have the Waste Flip, we have the Trade Connect, and we have the EventMate. All of them have pitched, one person takes all. But we are also going to get the best individual from all the pitches, and the second best individual also. Also, just another information coming to me, just because of how good the products were, Edu Sprout from at the back there, the company has decided to sponsor the second position with 200,000 naira. Please put your hands together for Edu Sprout. So it's no more winner takes all, so second position now gets 200,000. So please also go to the back for Edu Sprout and go and check them out. So at this juncture, I want to announce to you guys that it is time for item 7. So it's time for lunch. There's lunch at the back. So let's just stand up, go to the back, have our lunch, and then you can also use that time to do some small networking, talk to people. If you've been amazed and impacted by this event, please put your hands together for the organizers, for our speakers. We've had people, CEOs of companies, spending their whole Saturdays here with us. We have Dr. Lekon, we have Dr. Fatuno Ayola, we have Dr. Steven, we have Mr. Tajuddin, we have Mr. Akin, everybody here trying, even the CEO of Agriach is here. Please put your hands together for them as we go back to have lunch. Okay, just hold on first before we go back. Can we all sit down? Apparently, there's a meal ticket you are supposed to use to redeem your food, so that it's very structured. He just came to me. So, can you announce how it goes?
All right, so you're going to get your meal ticket. Just sit where you are. And then the arrangement is that once you get your meal ticket, just go out through the entrance, right? And then turn around, enter through this door, get your meal, come in, and it's as seamless as that. Is it clear? Just remain seated. You get your meal ticket, go through the entrance, the same way you came in, turn around, come in through this door, get your meal, and you can come in to continue your networking. Thank you so much.
I put your hands together for them. Also, there's a new announcement. You see, everybody just wants people to eat money. Please, I said there was first position, 1 million naira. And now we have Edu Sprout sponsoring the second position with 200,000. And Dr. Lekon Tobe has decided to sponsor the third person with 100,000 naira. Please put your hands together for him. So now everybody is a winner at the end of the day, like Mrs. Dana said. Put your hands together for them. So let's go to our meal tickets. You can have some small networking, talk to people around, still try to get networking. As you can see, some of the information that has been passed here, there are a lot of founders here, people have ideas. This information that the judges give you, the speakers, the questions they ask, these are very invaluable information. So please talk to them. If you have ideas you're working on now, you can walk up to someone and say, this is what I'm working on. What do you think? It's very good to turn back now instead of going far, spending money, and then finding out that you're making the wrong decisions. All right, then. Please put your hands together for yourselves. Put your hands together for everyone as we go for lunch. Thank you so much, everyone. All right, you guys can file out. They've changed their mind. They will give you guys your ticket at the entrance so that we can all move out. Sorry about that. Please, you guys can file out. Let's move out. Thank you so much. Let's also stretch our legs, take some fresh air, do some small networking. Thank you so much, DJ. Hi, please, our speakers, you guys, please, we have a package for you. Our speakers, please, can you just sit down? Just maintain where you are for our speakers, and then we'll come and reach you. Our speakers, please, just wait. We have something for you. So sorry for your time. I see people already networking. Oh, you guys should maximize this opportunity. There's some people you'll never see again. There's some people that you don't have the opportunity to talk to again. So let's talk to them, maximize all the opportunities.